Charlie Kirk was a really good definition, a really good human definition of faith and works. Jesus was the perfect example and definition of faith and works. Hello, welcome to Purpose Made Podcast. This is Andy again with another video. Kind of wanted to talk about faith and works, because a lot of people have that very I would say they're confused with it. I grew up in a church where works was part of salvation, and it was horrible, so bad to live that way. I wanted to read a small verse. It's James 2:18. It says, "But someone will say, you have faith, I have deeds. Show me your faith without deeds, and I will show you my faith by my deeds." It's so hard, and as a young entrepreneur, I see kind of like the effect that I can have on younger people, and I see how, depending on what I do or what I say, they will have a different opinion of who I am. And my question for you today is, who do you want to be in front of your friends? Especially, we live in a world where Christianity is becoming popular. And by that I mean, it's kind of cool to go to church, cool to wear Christian shirts, but we don't live that way. We don't live the way that Christ is asking us to live. And so I know that for young people today, we all want to be different. We all want to do this. We all want to do that. We all want to be remembered. But what do you want to be remembered for? I brought up Charlie Kirk because, man, I used to love watching his debates. I used to love it because he was straightforward. I wouldn't say he never doubted his faith, but when he was in that chair talking to people, he didn't doubt his faith, and he was so strong and straight up with his faith in what he believed in. But at the same time, he had patience, and for the most part, obviously, we all can blow up sometimes, and I've seen him do that too. But still, at those moments, he was still always he never cursed or at them, or actually disrespected them in a way that, it was wow. And man, I wish it was that way. I felt that every single day. Every single day, there's at some point in the day that either I say a bad word or I react bad towards other people on the road or at work. But I am a Christian and I am saved. So what am I doing? And I think that's part of faith and works. It's working towards being that person that you believe in, working towards being that person that you should be, or you want to be, and that's Jesus, right? Jesus reflected in you as a person. And I know we're never gonna get there perfectly, but we can get closer. And I can tell you that you can be different today if you are remembered by the person that they can ask about God, instead of the person that they can talk about going drinking or going here or going there. I am practicing this daily, and lately I've been able to talk to people a lot more about Christ and a lot less about me, myself, my things, what I have, what I don't have, my cars, or whatever, and more about Christ. And I can tell you this, there's no better feeling than someone coming back and asking you a question about Jesus instead of, so are we going out tonight? Or so, have you seen this girl? Or so, you want to go drinking? Instead of any of those questions, it's more like, hey, what do you think about this that says in the Bible, or this that I'm going through, or this? That is like the feeling I get when I get those questions. I can't explain. And because I cannot explain it, I am here today trying to tell you, try to live that way. I mean, start with one person that you think they might want to hear about Jesus, or even if they don't, just kind of throw that seed. Quick story, I did that this week with a new person that's working at the shop where I do my work at. And long story short, he doesn't believe that much. He doesn't really believe. But I got to the root from like the reason behind him not really liking the church. And I planted that seed, and I was like, listen, that is not right. What they taught you is not right. This is the problem when you just believe in the church and you don't actually do your reading in the Bible and actually go through it, study context and theology and all that stuff that I am getting into now because of that. Because we tend to like just listen to the church, listen to the pastor, and not do the research ourselves. And then things like this happen. And I know I planted the seed on him. And I know that he, at some point, will come back and be like, hey, I have a question about this. I have a question about that. Because he's young. And we go through things. We need to go out there and plant that seed, man. We need to go out there and talk to that person that you know. I mean, I know right now, whoever's listening to this, you have a person in mind that you know they could listen and you can talk to about Jesus. Even if they don't want to talk about Jesus, we all know they need it. Because we needed it at some point. We all need it. And I know you have a person in mind because I know Jesus is showing you right now this video because of that. So, can we go out there with the right faith and do the works naturally? And I know it's hard, especially like having faith on the way that Jesus had faith. It's hard. Having faith the way Abraham had faith. Man, Abraham knew that his only son was going to be a huge deal for the kingdom of Jesus. He knew that. Because God told him. But God also told him to kill his son. And he went and did it. And before he killed him, God stopped him and was like, you had faith. That was just a test on Abraham, just to know that he had faith and that he believed that God's plans were better than his plans. Even though God's plans was to do something big with his son. And he did, but he tested him. I cannot believe, I mean, I really hope I never get to that point of like, I need to phrase this better. I really hope I can have the faith to be able to do, I can't even, just things like that. Because God knows that I have the faith. mean, listen, I have faith right now that I'm gonna be a dad. And that's after me and my wife, like, struggling. Long story short, it was a while that we were trying, got pregnant, we lost the baby. And now we're trying, and we're just waiting. But I have faith that I'm gonna be a dad, and I am 100% sure of it. Because I know, and I have faith that God made me in a way, and it made me go through things so I can be a good parent one day, a good dad. Same with my wife. And I have faith, and I know that God is making this video and making you watch it because He wants you to go out there and work. And if you need examples, man, because everyone wants examples from this world. I mean, you have Jesus, but if Jesus is, you're not there yet, it's like too far for you to like understand and follow properly and like step by step, then you have people like Charlie Kirk. Just look at what he did. He started at 18. So what's your excuse? 18. He started studying the word and going out there and talking to everyone, not caring about what they thought, but he wanted to spread the message. Whether you like him or not, he had faith. So, what are you waiting on? A sign that you have to go out there and get to work? Here it is. I am telling you right now, we have to get to work, including me. I fail every day, man, but every day I want to be better. So I hope this video inspired you in a way where you want to go out there, just shoot him a message, shoot that person, shoot her a message, shoot that person a message today and be like, hey, hope you're doing great, God bless you. Start with something like that, or go straight there, like, hey, can we have a coffee? Or hey, I want to talk to you about something. And go to church. Go to church. If you don't know what church to go to, if you've been hurt in a church before, I can show you one or two or three that I know they're following theology. So today, July 2026, I follow them weekly, and I know they have the fear of the Lord, and they have elders that make sure that everything's still according to the Bible. And that is the main one where I started really like learning was 11:22. So 11:22, Pastor Joey Martin. The church that I go to now is called the Grove Hill in Chapel Hill, Tennessee. So if you Google that, you'll be able to see the services. And Stonebridge, that is in Franklin, Tennessee. He also follows the word, full on no filter. So if you are about no filter, then start with Joey Martin and Grove Hill, which they're no filter, but you know, they can throw a joke here and there, or just be more interactive. It's a church for everyone. And if you don't know which one to go to, look up any of these three and just watch their services online. If you don't have a church to go to yet, watch their services online. Check what they have in common, what they believe in, and maybe you can find a church that's kind of like that, with good theology and elders and the right word, the right message. I might not know you, but I love you, and I appreciate you for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment. I will read everything and reply. I'm not a big channel, so your message won't get lost. And subscribe if you like this video. We posting, trying to be more consistent and do it weekly as much as I can. This is something that I still struggle with. Oh, the camera twisted. Sorry. This is something that I still struggle with being consistent with, and I'm trying every day. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to find the strength to do these videos. So I hope you liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.